I invite you to take a journey with me through the hidden inner realities of body minds. The body mind supports us by navigating and regulating our existence. And the foundation of these inner realities depends on the well-being of specific internal needs throughout 4 distinct attachment systems. I invite you to take a journey with me through these hidden inner realities that are constantly affecting how we experience our own existence from the inside out, how we encounter who we are, and how that sense of self encounters all of realities, all experiences, all interactions, all encounters, all potential moments. I invite you to take a journey with me through the hidden secrets of how infinity is expressing itself finitely, and how expansive consciousness is projecting into the human form, and how that projection of essence of self entirely depends on the trillions of pathways in the body mind that affect navigation and regulation in every moment. I invite you to take a journey with me through revolutionary new concepts that allow us to simply and succinctly summarize and specify and pinpoint and discuss and convey and explore and express these mysteries of the human experience in new ways. I invite you to take a journey with me through a brand new style of meditation or self-hypnosis that practices social self-engagement to resculpt portions of the body-mind in powerful and playful ways. I invite you to take a journey with me through mystical odyssey imaginatives, an odyssey of imagination that allows the mysticism of the soul to expand healing potentials in the energetic structures of the body-mind. I invite you to take a journey with me through inner child play for loving liberation, where we explore 10 specific ways to energetically connect with the consciousness of the inner child or foundational self aspects through specific styles of brain body or body mind activity. And through these 10 specific styles of energetic attributes, we connect directly with the inner child and foundational self aspects in the present moment without looking at the childhood self or the inner child as being someone small within us. And this creates some very incredibly playful and loving and liberating experiences. These 10 specific attributes of inner child play for loving liberation are then applied through dozens and dozens and dozens of different meditative practices, mindfulness practices, self-love practices, combination meditative self-love practices in really, really fun, amazing ways that can spark a greater sense of joy and connection in everyday life. I invite you to take a journey with me through the creative process of mapping personalized expressions of body-mind structures and soul-self aspects to explain aspects of the human experience, to convey particular elements of personal realities, and then from this expanded awareness about the existence and organization of these inner structures and how they are operating to interpret reality and who the self is within and beyond that. from this expanded awareness to then have more power to practice meditative self-love and cultivate transformation throughout any region of these complex structures. I invite you to take a journey with me from gathering the clues of consciousness, the obvious explicit descriptors of how we are encountering life, the observable styles of projected navigation that are consciously aware within the illusionary mind, and then to take those clues, those thoughts, those feelings, those habits, those action patterns, all of those things that are directly observable, and then to dive deeper and to use those clues of consciousness to actually understand what's happening in the 99.08% of inner realities existing and operating beyond conscious knowledge, direct perception, and immediate awareness. From the surface clues, we can unveil the data in the body mind and its patterns of navigation and regulation, and how all of that is affecting experience. And then from that expanded awareness, amplify the infinite inner power that already exists within you. I invite you to take a journey with me through a treasure trove tete-a-tete and exploring the liberated consciousness diagram, the expanded spirit or 3 subconscious layers diagram, the pyramid of personhood, miracle mapping, and so much more. I invite you to take a journey with me to understand the healing journey of loving liberation from a new lens and a fresh perspective that can quantum leap the infinite potentials that you are already craving to experience. I invite you to take a journey with me to discover the 10 attributes of personal power, the 9 characteristics of being a unicorn being an acronym, and amazing new mindfulness practices that can be really powerful along any type of healing journey, such as bull ray and rare, R-A-E-R. And all of these are concepts that were developed before I can remember, literally. Along this journey, I've had the blessed opportunity to rebuild my brain from the ground up, to resculpt my entire body mind from the ground up. And in this process, I have learned so much and created the most incredible concepts, practices, modalities, techniques. And I love teaching about these concepts and then serving as a guide so that you can activate the inner power that's already within you to harness this expanded awareness to truly create life-shifting transformation from the inside out, expanding implicit well-being, nourishing attachment systems at body-mind foundations, resculpting trillions of energetic pathways carrying the content and connectivity of memory data from your entire life without necessarily directly working with any past experiences or specific memory data, because most of that data is unconscious anyways. But these modalities allow us to understand it and map it and look directly at it and rewrite it and transmute it and transform it and resculpt it effortlessly and enjoyably. The nourishing attachment systems resculpting trillions of memories without looking at the memory specifically, shape-shifting patterns of navigation that also affect regulation at the foundation of the body-mind, connecting with the true sense of self that is independent of brain-body wiring and the details of personal experience. Reunifying with these infinite self aspects, having deeper connection with these parts of you. I invite you to take a journey with me through exploring the energetic flows of self-essence through body-mind structures, including implicit and explicit self-sense, masculine and feminine energies in relation with attachment well-being specifically, and the roots and supporters of personal experience. Brand new ways of understanding these energetic flows of divine consciousness flowing through trillions of energetic pathways in the brain and the body, expressed through my liberated consciousness diagram and its treasure mapping potentials. I invite you to take a journey with me through discussing and exploring implicit revelations and aspects of my implicit revelations case study, where I've developed over 30 different theses and theories that allow us to understand hidden realities of implicit health in new ways, including mental health, emotional health, behavioral health, action patterned or habitual health, the health of our ability to make conscious choices, even basic things like what snack you're gonna eat. The health of our relationships, beginning with the relationship we have with ourselves, and then only after that relationship is established, then looking at the implicit health of external relationships with all components of life, including other people, our spiritual health and our connection with life itself. I invite you to take a journey with me through exploring my own personal journey and the implicit revelations it's led to, and what we can learn from the miracles of this unfolding. I invite you to take a journey with me through exploring loving liberation by diving deep into attachment systems and what's going on and what energies exist there and how the experiences up until now have affected that and how we can shapeshift that data and how we can expand into the experiences we desire to encounter and how the attachment systems are affecting different regions of brain-body wiring in different parts of the self, and how we can dive deep into these hidden foundations of reality. Because just like a house, you don't go in and just repaint the house. If you want to make real change, you go down underneath the house and look at its foundation. And so we can do that with the body mind now. I invite you to take a journey with me through healing journey magic and taking any implicit health challenge and creating a pathway to permanently resolve it, because we are now able to understand and transmute it with love faster and easier, more effectively and more enjoyably than ever before. I invite you to take a journey with me through consciousness consultations, where we consult directly with the energetic essence of consciousness or our higher selves or the infinite parts of our being that are so much bigger than anything that we have or are experiencing. And from that space of consulting with who you really are, then activate inner power to create the loving liberation that you are ready to cultivate and experience from the inside out. I invite you to take a journey with me through social soul self, a hypnotic adventure of consciousness that allows us to practice distinction and connection between parts of the self, distinguishing self aspects flowing through parts of body-mind navigation and brain-body wiring through 18 or more different ways, and then representing those parts of the self and those parts of navigational inner systems through hundreds of different potential ways. And then allowing for 5 steps of social self-engagement to cultivate 5 stages of implicit experience and nourish 22 specific internal needs throughout 4 distinct attachment systems, and to explore how this one practice has 20 plus potentials of how it can actually create life change that can be cultivated in everyday moments when you're half asleep, dozing on a car ride in the back seat, when you're taking a nap in the middle of the afternoon. This practice can be a cornerstone for ongoing expansion in simple ways while you're just hanging out and being yourself. I invite you to take a journey with me through a brand new practice of meditative mindfulness to hone in and expand on discovering the roots of reality and the core foundation of personal experience. I'll bet you 5 bounce houses that it's not what you think it is. I invite you to take a journey with me through this practice where we actually expand awareness to discover the roots of reality and the core foundation of personal experience, and actually pinpoint and hone in on who and where the self actually is within experience, but also beyond it. I invite you to take a journey with me through a sacred mini Mirrorthon to actually experience and somatically sense and visually see your essence of love as you connect deeper with the roots of your personal experience. I invite you to take a journey with me through a sacred, intimately personalized, guided, meditative, expansive Mirrorthon journey to explore unique styles of recognizing and resonating with your own face in a mirror, to actually unveil how trillions of body-mind pathways are navigating existence, your own sense of self, and all components of reality from the inside out. I invite you to take a journey with me through sculpting a Mirrorthon practice that can help you rewire parts of the body-mind, aspects of memory data and these navigational regulational patterns, not by working with that data, but instead by focusing on nourishing attachment systems through a 5-step social self-engagement process that cultivates 5 stages of implicit transformation. I invite you to take any of these journeys with me. And if you are inspired to dive deeper than ever before, I invite you to take all of these journeys with me. Each of these journeys I've described are available through a one-time sacred soul session, a one-on-one personalized journey, as I serve as a teacher and a guide through these concepts that have completely changed my life and are now infinite inspiration to create eternal transformation through loving liberation. Any one of these sacred soul session offerings is a quantum leap, because you will gain these insights and practices that can be used for the days and weeks and months to come that will create transformation for the months and years and decades to come. And the journey is loving and kind and expansive and wondrous, and it gets to feel good every step of the way. If all of these journeys sound equally amazing and you can't possibly choose just one of them because every single one offers such incredible magic that can truly help you create the transformation and expansion in your life that you are craving so deeply, I have an amazing, incredible journey. It's 3 to 6 months long, and it is completely personalized to fulfill your specific intentions. And so there's kind of a blueprint of, you get these many calls and it's this kind of a package deal, and we do 2 calls a month or 1 call every week, and each call's an hour, and there's certain blueprint, but then we actually connect and personalize the entire 3 to 6 months to use these different offerings, everything I just described, from social soul self, mystical odyssey, imaginatives, treasure trove tete-a-tetes, treasure mapping, implicit revelations discussions, healing journey magic, sacred mini Mirrorthons, expand awareness to connect with the roots of reality and personal experience, subconscious unveiling technique. Any or all of these journeys are then used to fulfill your specific intentions. And we can explore all of them in great depths and further integrate them as we go. Or we can explore all of them, and then maybe you find one or two that you really love, that this is exactly what you want to focus on. And then based on your personal intention and healing journey desire of loving liberation, I will help you sculpt this pathway so that we can use all these different offerings to fulfill what you are wanting, what you are desiring, what you are needing in your journey. And then we can play with it as we go. We'll start with a plan for those 3 to 6 months. But then as we go, it's completely flexible. And if you have a new healing journey intention or a different focus of loving liberation, or something came up while you were practicing what we've already learned and you want to shift focus, then we get to do that because it's personalized to fit you every step of the way. I invite you to explore all of my offerings through Kristin's Quantum Catalyzer. There are 12 different types of sacred soul sessions, some of them through audio calls, some of them through video calls, some of them through personalized Mirrorthon journeys, and they're all at different kind of levels of the depths of complexities of what they offer and the energetic exchange of it, and how much it has the potential to truly transform the existence from the inside out. There's all these different energetic components to each one of them. And so maybe you'll find one that's a perfect fit for you, or maybe you're curious about all of them. And so you can connect with me one time through a Sacred Soul session of any of these Quantum Leap offerings. Or if they all sound equally delicious, you can explore connecting with me through a 3 to 6 month personalized journey, and we will tailor it to perfectly fit who you are, where you're at, and what you intend to cultivate and achieve and accomplish and receive and nourish and take away from this journey, and how you wish for this journey to create healing, restoration, to create inner power reclamation, to create transcendent transformation, to create loving liberation in your life, perfectly fitting you every step of the way. I also offer self-guided courses, programs, practices, playbooks, etc. And there's also a merchandise store as well, plus a bunch of free gifts you can download. There's videos of practices that you can flow through. There's different playbooks you can download, all kinds of goodies. So lots of free gifts, a fun merchandise store with over 100 different designs, video collections, playbooks, self-guided courses, and then these Sacred Soul session offerings with me. You can connect one time with me, or if you want to explore all the different magic and really use this to the maximum potential that it has, then we can create a 3 to 6 month personalized program just for you. You can find out more in the video description below, and I am so excited to connect with you.